Alright, so I'm here at the Fig Fest of 2016 at Killmeyer's, and let's see what we got. Alright, pretty full house, I have to say. Lots of people, tons of people. Should be a good event. And we're rolling. This is Vito, probably one of the most generous people on our fig growing community. If there was a contest, top 5 easily. Most generous people in our community. So, Vito, how long have you been growing figs?
I've been growing figs about 8 years.
And what was your first fig?
My first fig was my brother's fig.
Your brother's fig. Angelo's Dark. Great fig. Angelo, this is Angelo, by the way. Angelo, how would you rate your fig out of all the other figs you tasted?
Well, from 1 to 10, I would rate it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
What's your favorite fig?
Angelo's Dark.
Angelo's Dark. Well, what's a 10 then?
What's what?
What's a 10? If Angelo's Dark is a 9, what's a 10?
10 will be the long yellow.
Long yellow. Vito. Long yellow is your favorite, correct?
Long yellow is, well, I got a couple of 10s.
Okay.
Long yellow, Tiger 258. Long B out.
Okay. And Vito, you're in Zone 5, correct?
Zone 4.
Zone 4. So how does someone that's new to growing figs in Zone 4, how do they grow figs in Zone 4?
You got global pots and you got I put mine in the garage.
Okay.
In the fall when they go dormant.
Okay.
And then I start taking them out in the spring.
And do you shuffle them?
Yeah.
When do you start your shuffle?
I start as soon as the weather gets over 45 degrees, I start pulling them out and take them in the night.
Okay. That's some dedication right there. All right. Now, Vito, last question for you. Any advice to new growers of our fig community? What would you say? Anything at all?
Start with whatever they can find locally.
Find locally?
And just get into it.
Just get into it. All right. Thank you, Vito. So Peter Kandari, one of the Staten Island Fig Festival kings, has been growing figs for how many years now?
Since the year 2000.
Since the year 2000. And Peter, it's been said that you hung out with the Belle Claire guys.
Yeah, I tripped over the nursery actually looking to buy tomatoes and flowers.
Okay.
And didn't know really much about figs at that time.
Yeah.
And I went home.
Yeah.
Went back out there one day to the same area.
Yeah.
Passed the nursery again and noticed a sign that said we have over 100 varieties of figs. And my father-in-law had just bought a house, and the previous owner took the fig tree out. There was no fig tree for him.
Okay.
So there happened to be a sign outside the nursery around Father's Day that said, "Make Pappy happy and get him a fig tree for Father's Day." So that was our very first tree.
Yeah.
I bought one for myself, and I killed them both.
You killed them both. Oh,
Killed them both.
I've done that.
Yeah, and the fellas that own Belle Claire, the brothers, Chris and Bill DiPaola. Chris has since passed away after retirement. Great people.
Yeah.
We grew this kind of bond, me and Chris, and he really liked me and I liked him. And I used to bring him pastries from here, Staten Island and Brooklyn.
Oh, that's nice of you.
And he used to say, "This is real cake. People in Long Island are pretending to bake." So, anyway, we hit it off and I started getting into this fig thing. And before I bought my first tree, he made me watch a video in his nursery on an 8-track.
Okay.
And it was, and it's also online now. Anybody could watch it.
Yeah.
It's Martha Stewart at the Belle Claire Nursery.
Yeah, yeah.
And I got hooked right. I know I was hooked right at that moment.
Yeah.
So I got my second fig tree, and then a third fig tree, and a fourth, and a fifth, and a sixth, and then my wife was getting like, "How many do you need?" But I said, "I don't ask you how many pairs of shoes you have." So I don't really think it doesn't matter how many fig trees I have.
Yeah.
And I got the highest I ever got reached was 60 different varieties.
Oh wow!
On a 40 by 100 property.
Okay.
And this festival actually started with me calling Pamela Silvestri from the Advance to answer an article of hers that asked for people with figs with history. And I'll only take or buy a fig that has history, and that's all Belclair really had, was figs with history. And it has to have somebody's family history. I just don't want a Home Depot fig tree or a nursery fig tree. I want a special fig tree that I could tell people that, you know, this is what this means to me. So I can give like a lot of people's family's history in my yard, you know.
Yeah, that's great.
So anyway, me and Chris, I would go out there and he'd say, "Here, take this home, take this home." You know, I said, "No, Chris, not another one, please. Take this home." I just did go there to learn, actually. Travel from Staten Island to Plainview, whether it be an hour or and, you know, just hang around with the guys having coffee and great pastries and chat. And we grew a really great relationship. And I wish I met him sooner. And in 6 years that after I met him in 2006, the nursery closed. And Chris he was 74 or 6 when he retired. He only had about 6 years out of retirement, the poor guy. And wound up passing.
That's.
But I will be ever grateful for meeting him just as a human being. You know, very generous and kind.
If Chris could tell you one thing right now about growing figs, what would he say?
Well, with the potted culture, he wouldn't sell a fig to anybody that he thought would kill it.
Okay.
And he told me, you know, this is not for the lazy gardener, this potted culture thing. He said you have to have a lot of time for this. You know, you have to treat them good. So he kind of saw that. If I had to say one thing, he would say, be good to your figs. They'll be good to you, and never be afraid to prune your fig tree. That was one of my phobias in the beginning. Chris, I can't cut it. Why not? I'm afraid it might kill it. Whack it. Whack it back, he said. The more you whack it, the stronger it gets. You know, so that's my relationship with Chris, and I miss the old timer. He was, you know, in the 6 years I know him, it's almost like a lifetime, kind of. Good guy, very good guy, and we're getting a lot of people at this Fig Festival, so it's really growing good. And
there's a lot of people here. I mean, you could just see there's people everywhere. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Not a problem.
This is a great talk.
And you people out there, come to the Staten Island Fig Festival if you're into figs.
Check that out.
A lot of nice people, man.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we got NYC Figs here. This is Danny. He's the Fig King of the Staten Island Fig Festival for 2016.
Fig King, what's up?
Fig King! Yeah, he was shocked that he won, but he did it. And Danny, Danny, how long have you been growing figs?
Probably about 16, 17 years.
Oh my God, wow. And you have a son, correct?
I do.
And your son, he loves figs.
Loves figs.
So, anyone out there that has some, kids, great thing to get into.
Yeah.
Danny, if you're a new grower of fig trees, what's one thing you would tell as a piece of advice?
The best piece of advice I can give to somebody is to not buy every single variety they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
That's the best piece of advice.
I would have loved that piece of advice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite fig?
My favorite fig is called Corinth. Corinth, Greece. Yeah. Family loves it, and it's a honey fig, yellow with an amber interior, and it's juicy, sweet.
Is that a San Pedro fig?
That is not a San Pedro. No,
it gets 2 crops.
And, it does have 2 crops, but San Pedro is it has isn't the first crop
is pretty good, right?
No, it's not a San Pedro.
Yeah, okay. I heard a lot about Corinth. I was tempted to, when I traded with Danny, and I was first deciding on which fig I wanted, I thought Corinth or Sweet Diana.
Yeah.
And for all you guys know, Danny, he discovered Sweet Diana and he spread it around the forums. Very nice of him. But Corinth, I was a little skeptical because Corinth looks a lot like an average honey fig. But how, Danny, would you rate Corinth against other honey figs?
I would rate Corinth against other honey figs as it's definitely cream of the crop. It's the best of all the honey figs, in my opinion.
All right. Anything else you want to say to the community?
No, I would just say happy growing, and thank you for crowning me the 2016 Fig King.
All right.
Staten Island Fig Festival.
Thank you, Danny. Right. That was awesome. Okay, guys, we got Brooklyn Matty here. Brooklyn Matty is a very nice guy, I have to say.
Thank you.
I met him at Bass's Fig Gathering, Also a great event to go to. I have to recommend that one.
Very good.
So Matt, how long have you been growing figs and how long have you been around figs?
I've been growing figs now for 2 years.
Okay.
Grew up around figs in Brooklyn. Obviously, they're in abundance in Sheepshead Bay.
Yeah, and you're the one.
Sort of
You're the one that found Unknown Sheepshead.
Yep.
You spread it around the forums.
Yep. That was a fig growing in my next to my in-laws' house. Just trying to preserve some Brooklyn heritage.
Yeah.
To the community. Sent out about 250 fig cuttings last year.
Wow, that's very admirable of you.
Yes, it was.
Holy crap!
Probably around 10 to 12 hours of work.
Oh my God!
It was worth it. Been getting a lot of reports. So even if it grows to an average fig, at least it's a lot of people have it, and it's kind of keeping some tradition going.
Yeah, if you guys want a great fig, some part of Brooklyn's heritage, there you go, Unknown Sheepshead. So Matt, I've been asking a lot of people here, what their favorite fig is, what advice they would give to new growers. I want to know what advice you'd give to someone that's been growing for a long time. Maybe something you found out that's a little trick, that maybe some people that have been growing for years, maybe they just don't know about. So what do you think?
I would kind of think that dealing with figs sometimes, you can go around the forums and see everybody's methods for media and rooting. Keep things simple. Sometimes, the way people propagate it, myself included, we go through 10 different steps to, root a fig.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a simple stick it in dirt, parafilm.
Yeah.
A lot of people are pretty straightforward. If you have good temperature, start it directly, in the pot later in the season.
Yeah.
Don't start early.
Yeah. What
Early is bad.
What's one of your biggest failures of growing figs?
Biggest failures, I think, was giving up too soon on my cloner experiment.
Okay.
I had all my expensive Black Madeira, 250A, Prado, all grown in the cloner. Read too much into people's comments and kind of gave up, put them into different methods, lost half of them, only to find out that the regular cuttings that I had in there wound up rooting after all, and I just kind of jumped too quick, so don't give up.
All right. Thanks, Matt. That's some great advice. Okay. So we got Raphael here, Raphael Lissimo on the forums.
That's me.
And very nice guy. He has a strange way of listening to people. He has a very intently way of listening to people. And Raphael, how long have you been growing figs?
It's a long story, but the first fig, I think 2003 or 2004. I think 2003. I bought a Cadota from Monrovia.
Yeah.
I got that at a nursery. And I also brought a cutting from Italy. I had no idea how to root figs, but I stuck it in the ground, and it rooted. And I kept that fig. I still have that fig growing in my house.
Oh wow!
It's in a terrible spot. Doesn't produce fruit, but it's still there.
So how did you get that fig cutting from Italy?
I put it. I ripped it off the tree. It's what we would call a sucker.
Okay,
but,
wow.
At the time,
interesting.
It looked like a beautiful little branch. I ripped it. I stuck it in my luggage.
Okay.
I tried to hydrate it a little.
So, who?
But true fig fever did not set in until about 2009, 10.
Okay. If you had any advice you wanted to give to a beginner or an expert fig grower, what would it be? To each one.
To a beginner?
Yeah.
If it's a beginner that has fig fever, I would say calm down.
Calm down. Good advice.
Calm down. Take it easy and don't be discouraged. There's a lot of good people out there who will give you good advice.
Yeah. How would you recommend contacting those people?
We all reach out. Eventually you find people who are willing to listen and talk to you.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, when I first started out, I felt like people thought I was nobody worth talking to, and I had to feel my way around and find the right people who would talk and listen. And even then, you don't know. When you're new, you don't know if you're getting good advice from someone or not. You start listening to people from all over the place. Different ideas are coming at your head, and you'll try different things. Trial and error. You know, be patient. I think it's probably not a bad idea to experiment with unknowns before you start blowing lots of money on expensive varieties. I don't know. I find myself getting rid of so many things now that...
Yeah, you have a huge collection, well, not a huge collection, but a great collection. And Raphael, what are your top 3 you would recommend for someone that's living in the Northeast?
Well, I don't really see. I cheat because I have a greenhouse.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, let me rephrase.
But I don't need to cheat with Smith or Prato. So those are 2 that are my top 2 figs. I don't need any greenhouse help with them.
Okay.
And so definitely those 2 I recommend.
And can you explain the differences between Prato and Smith? Why those are your top 2 in taste, in terms of taste?
Prato has a very unique flavor.
Okay.
I've written about it. I'm not really noticing it so much this year, but in other years I've noticed that it has almost a smoky background to its flavor. It's a complex flavor, and it's rich, it's juicy, it oozes honey, it's a beautiful fig. Smith also oozes honey. Smith has a very unique flavor. You know, probably having now tried I-258, I would say but that may not work for people. I don't know. It's sort of a long season fig.
Okay.
If you can get it to fruit for you, even in the Northeast, I would probably call that my top 3.
Okay.
But the other thing to remember is I don't recommend anybody grow in containers, even though that's what I do. The reason I do it is because I have no land. I have nowhere else to go. I love figs. I want to grow them, and I'll grow them in my containers, but growing in the ground is the best.
And he makes patios.
Patios so she can put her figs.
For my figs, because I had no level land.
Yeah. So this is Jamie and her husband. Very nice people. I have to say, Jamie has the nicest husband in the world.
I do. He is. He's good.
Jamie has an incredible collection for how many years now?
This is going on year 2.
All right, now we can see them. They look nicer.
Right here.
We are.
We look nice.
All right. So, how would you describe, Jamie, your fig growing experience thus far?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
Your kids enjoy it?
They actually would make fun of me on a daily basis until the figs started coming in.
Really?
Now, they're suddenly interested.
And they love them?
They do. They really like them, and we do fig tastings.
They look forward to their morning fig tastings.
Wow.
Yes. So
Wow.
they're getting on board.
Yeah?
Slowly but
What's their
surely.
favorite fig?
Jojo likes the Italian honey, even though it's ugly on the outside. And Aiden, he likes, I think he likes the MBVS.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's
It's a
really
good
liking
one.
that one. It is. It's
Yeah.
amazing. He likes that one and the Chicago Hardy. And they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
So you could see. And Damon he's
has
just a
a favorite.
Gabon. He likes it. No, he likes the O'Rourke.
Yes.
He
Oh.
likes the O'Rourke. Yeah.
Okay. What are you guys growing anything else?
Well, I wanted to grow pomegranates, but somebody
Okay.
put the...
We're not growing
on them.
pomegranates because we have pawpaws to grow. We have blueberries, peaches, cherries, pears,
and
apples,
153 figs.
chestnuts.
All right. Chestnuts too?
Yes, but we don't have any, you know.
How do you get chestnuts to work in our area?
They're not chestnutting yet.
They're Chinese chestnuts.
They're
Chinese.
Good for this
Chinese,
area.
and then there's another one. It's
Oh, don't
Dunmore?
forget plums.
Oh yeah,
Plums.
we do have some plums.
And what's your favorite fruit?
Plums.
Plums.
He likes plums. Yes.
I'm good with
You want to
plums.
guess what mine is? You'll never guess.
What?
You
I
won't
don't.
guess.
Figs?
Cross got it.
Okay.
Oh, and strawberries and tomatoes.
They're not. Well, yeah, I guess tomato was a fruit, but
All right, Jamie. I got one more question for you.
what's that?
Now, if you,
Here it comes.
well, what? This can't. It's not gonna be that bad. I mean, oh wait. So this is your. Oh, sorry. This is your first year growing figs.
Well, it's my it's my second summer.
It's your second summer, but
yes.
really.
But really, it's the first year that I got
new.
truly obsessed with it.
Yeah,
yes.
and you could say you're new.
Yes, I'm still a noob.
And Jamie actually is a moderator at Our Figs. Totally recommend that community if no one's a part of that.
Absolutely, come on over.
But Jamie, since you're so new, what are some of the things that you failed at, or some of the things you succeeded at, and what would you give some advice to other people trying to grow figs? Or what advice would you give to other people's significant others?
Significant others. I really feel sorry for you because there's not much you're going to be able to do except join in the fun. That's what you have to do.
Okay.
You can't beat them, join them. That's my advice. And
you gotta find your piece to help.
yes, find your piece that you enjoy at least.
All right.
Now, things that I failed at, I loved them too much. And that I mean, I paid too much attention to them and watered them to death.
Okay.
So that was.
So what mix do you use now?
Now I use the 511.
Okay.
And
What were you using before?
Well, before I was just using like, what's it called? The green Miracle?
Miracle Grow?
Yes. No extra like perlite or anything like that. So it was just too dense.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all that I used last summer was Miracle Grow. And then I started reading ASE Pete's posts, and then I got obsessed, and I was trying to find also the three.
You made your own soil
yes.
for a while.
But what was that stuff? The turf base. I couldn't find it anywhere. Anyway, the 511.
Yeah.
I really like. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot.
What
of
else did you succeed at? Did you succeed at anything? Did you fail at anything?
Yeah, I succeeded rooting about 182 trees.
Wow.
Over the winter.
Oh my God.
And since then, I'm down to like 153. But every time I give some away, I get more. So I'm trying to get down now. I've had a lot of figs. You know, I'm trying a lot of figs now.
Yeah.
So
How many figs did you try here at the Staten Island Fig Festival?
Oh my goodness.
Holy crap.
At least I'd say 10.
10.
At least 10, if not more.
What was your favorite of the festival?
I really liked the Corinth.
Corinth.
I really liked the Corinth. And I think the Strawberry Verte was really good too.
Oh yeah?
And I didn't really...
I like the Strawberry Verte.
I didn't get to try too many dark figs, but I tried a lot of the honey. Oh, the Smith was amazing.
Oh.
I really liked the Smith too. No, I ate it. I didn't share.
All right.
Sharing was not caring.
Well, thanks guys. I appreciate it. All right, everyone. If you're not convinced to go to the Staten Island Fig Festival, I just want to show you guys the trees. These are the trees I picked up at the festival. Got them through trades mostly. I bought one. But if you make enough friends and you meet these people in person, it makes the world of a difference here. So I just wanted to show you what I brought home with me. Real quick, this is Moscatel Prato. This is Cavalieri, Holier, Brogiato Nero. This is Colonel Littman's Black Cross. This is Black Madeira with 3 figs on it. This is Col de Dame Blanc, Belclair's Fico Zana, and this here is Sweet Diana. So I just want to thank everyone that was part of the video. I thank everyone for watching. I want to thank everyone that I traded with. It was a pleasure. I want to thank everyone that brought all the figs I got to try for the first time. I cannot believe I was so lucky to try all these figs that I've been dying to try. I would say my top 3 from the festival were RDB, Negretta, Black Madeira, of course. Again, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys at the next Fig Festival.